All right, continuing the conversation on parental rights and education, joining me now with an overview of what we've been seeing across the country and where we're headed when it comes to parental rights and education is Meg Kilgannon. She's a senior fellow for education studies here at the Family Research Council, and she, of course, served in the U.S. Department of Education during the Trump administration. Meg, great to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here, Jody. It's great to see you.
All right, we've seen really a lot of momentum in the area of parental rights and education, even in California. Some school districts there mandating that parents be told if their child identifies as a different gender at school. But if you can, kind of give us the big picture across the country of where we stand, both the good and the bad.
Sure. Well, we're really at a crossroads, and some of these examples that you talked about reflect a real difference of opinion on what should the role of parents be in school. There are people on the left who believe that they are the education experts and that once your kid is at the school, your child walks through the door, they're really in charge. And then we have people on the right who would like to have a little more of a say about what's happening in the schools. We know that our children are gifts from God given to us to make sure that we train them up to know, love, and serve Him. And so we want to make sure that that's possible and that is not being undermined in the situation that they're in school. And so this is playing out in particular on the issue of gender identity and whether or not a school system is going to even tell a parent that their child has made a declaration at school that they would like to be called another name, or they would like to be treated as another gender, or that they feel they've been born in the wrong body. In states like California and recently in New Jersey, the governors there, the attorney generals there have taken action to say that, no, you can't do it. And so we really encourage school boards like the ones in California and the ones in New Jersey who at the school board level passed resolutions saying, no, in our school system, we will tell parents what's happening with their children. If your child makes a declaration about this, we're going to tell you.
Yeah, and I mean, parents need to know about that. As we look at all of this, Meg, the transgender issue obviously is taking all the oxygen out of the room. It seems like that is but there's a lot of other issues that parents have been pushing back on as well. What are some of those?
Sure. There's a lot of concern about school discipline policies and whether or not the very progressive kind of policies that you see like at district attorneys level and Commonwealth's attorney levels who are not prosecuting crime, some of those sensibilities are flowing into the school system, and children who are not behaving in school are not necessarily facing consequences for their actions, and parents aren't being notified of those situations either. It's not happening in every school, but it's happening in a lot of schools. And this is something that parents really need to be engaged on. Does your school district have school resource officers, for example? This is a big question. Some schools are pulling their school resource officers out, and so this is a problem. Does your school allow warrants to be served on students who may be charged with a crime, or a teacher who might be charged with a crime? I mean, these are tough issues, and they're things that we all really need to be concerned about and be aware that school isn't just about education. There are so many things that play out in the school system. There are budgetary issues, transportation issues, infrastructure issues. What are the buildings used for? Where are we going to build the new school? Are we going to build the new school? These are really important issues that are faced by every community. The value of your home is tied to these issues. The location of new business in your community, businesses want to know they have an educated workforce for employees. So there are so many consequences of these educational issues, and we must engage.
We've got about 30 seconds. I know there's a lot of resources we have at FRC and FRC Action. Tell us where people can go to get more information and access some resources.
You can go to frc.org/education, and you can go to frc.org FRC.org/schools to visit our school board boot camp.
That is excellent. Meg Kilgannon, always great to have you on the program. You are an encyclopedia of information, and you do it with a great spirit. Thank you for joining us on Washington Watch.
Thank you.